This is Garland McKinney, the social media manager for FWDProgress and EYCCP. And as you can see, we have a new setting, and this is the FWDProgress podcast, okay? This is similar to the FWDProgress show with Miss Deanna Brown, but this is on a smaller scale and more intimate, deeper level. And of course, our purpose is to empower creative dreamers to become authentic artists. And with this podcast, we want us to be more authentic and just to say things that we normally don't say. This is more of the behind the scenes setting where we're just chilling and having conversations about things. But without a doubt, I'm absolutely blessed and grateful to be the host of this new beginning of this new podcast. And to start off this episode, the first episode, we have the one and only, it's a no-brainer that she's here. It is the one and only Miss Iliana Nichols.
Hi guys.
Yeah, how you doing today?
Really good, really comfortable and excited. Really, it's a genuine opportunity to be like the first.
Wow, the first.
Number one.
Yep. So the first question I want to talk about is the obvious one. It's an introduction. Who is Iliana Nichols?
So I like, when it comes to the film business, I've been going by like my full name. So Iliana Mirena Nichols. I'm 19 years old. And I've recently, people think like I grew up doing this, I've recently found my passion in film, and it started with the summer program, 2024. Yes, 2024. I remember Miss Deanna, she came to our church, Kingdom Life Christian Ministries, a flyer. My dad was working security, so she saw her put it on the table and walk out. And I don't think I was doing anything that summer. Sports was over. I graduated. It was a wrap. You know, I was just gonna be a bum. But my dad told me like, hey, like check this out, and like, I know that on the flyer, and I think it was like real last minute. And I was like, I applied in the mind that like, Iliana, like, you're not even gonna get in. Like, it's so last minute. They've been having this open, and if it's all that it's, you know, cracked up to be, like, I'm like, my hopes were low, real low. And then I remember I did it, told my mom. She was like, hey, let's go. Got the email. I think like literally 2 days, and started 3 days after that. And it was my first time. And originally I went in there, I had a video game design background. I was interested in coding and stuff like that. But I wasn't doing anything with it, like, truthfully. I can say that now. And so I started with, like, I know on the flyer it said, like, sound editing and video editing. And I knew, like, it was like a Venn diagram. Like, even though these are not my passions, they go hand in hand. And I did it. I did script writing. I wrote a really dope script, and then we got into directing. I really enjoyed that. I loved Mr. Mason's class, the camera work, the lighting, and then I think by the end, with making Dead Air and presenting it on stage with my family, that it was like, oh my god, like, I love this. I love like the technical and creative part, and I think that's my that is my best environment. Something that incorporates not only technical skill, your hard skills, but soft skills, like creative work. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So looking back, when you first started, you said you had a background in coding. You weren't always a filmmaker, but looking back where you started, you said summer 2024, and now it's the summer 2025, so a year ago.
Yeah, a year.
Crazy,
and time flies. Like, like, my dad always reminds me that, like, girl, like, you're going to blink and you're going to be 30. Dude, I'm blinking. I swear I was 6 yesterday. Like, time flies. Like, literally, it's been a year, and I can remember it like that. I could tell you everything that I did in that last summer, and now we're here. Wow. 2025 summer.
Just 1 year.
1 year, and I found my passion.
And you went through the 3 programs this summer, the 48-hour film.
Yes, the fall and the spring.
Fall and the spring.
The whole,
that's your third
whole
one.
Seasonal.
And now you're intern.
Yes.
Wow.
Back around.
So, yeah, looking back to that Iliana when you started to the Iliana you are sitting in this chair, what are the big differences that you can see?
I would say I always had confidence among my peers. That's just something I grew up with. But I'm gaining confidence when it comes to believing that I can do what I know. Because my age, being 19, I underestimate myself. I kind of tell myself, like, you know, you got professionals that are 20, 30. I got teachers who are teaching me that are older. It can be my dad, you know. And when I go out on, whether it's a PA, a 48-hour gaffing, or simply helping with any film project, I'm gaining confidence in that, like, Iliana knows what she's doing. Like, I talked to my dad about it. When I came out that program, I genuinely, I've never felt this before. I had like imposter syndrome. Like I felt like I was lying to people when like you made that movie. I was like, did I? Like, or when people say like, hey, can you help me film or set up this? Can you help me gaff that? And I felt like I was lying. Like, oh my God, like what am I doing? Like I would never do this. But the difference is definitely me gaining the confidence to know that the skills I have are not only real, they're on paper. I've done them times and times again, and I can continue to do them. So confidence, and in that I know what I'm doing.
So I like to dive deep into consciousness, subconscious. Dunning-Kruger effect, if y'all know what that is, it is the unknown unknowns, where kind of similar to imposter syndrome, where certain people within certain different type of specific roles or specific skills, people that have the least amount of experience think that they can do the most, and the people that have the most amount of experience think they're not good enough or they haven't achieved this level. And diving into that of unknown unknowns, there's a lot of things that we don't know that we don't know. There's known knowns, things that we know that we don't know. Known knowns, things that we know, similar to that. So saying all that, is there certain things, certain subconscious, certain habits that you think you've gained from the growth of EYCCP being here?
When I'm watching movies or commercials or anything that's filmed and put in front of an audience, sometimes I struggle to enjoy what's in front of me, and instead I'm imagining like, okay, where's the camera at? Okay, where's the lighting at? Okay, where's the boom mic? And so sometimes I'll just be sitting there like, and it's exciting. People think like, oh, it ruins the experience. No, it makes me more appreciative for film. Like genuinely. Like I used to think that like, oh, that's a bad movie. And after this program, I've never found myself saying it's a bad movie. It may not be good, but a team, someone paid not only their time and money, but worked on it and was comfortable enough to put it on there.
So your overall critique of the movies, you don't watch the movies, you kind of...
Yeah, I want to be the cameraman. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, how are they moving? Are they on what type of rig are they using? Are they on a gimbal? Or I noticed like the weight of how the camera is used to convey emotion, whether the camera is static or if it's handheld, whether it's above or below. And I remember Mr. Mason covering that a lot. But I just found, like a whole new appreciation. Even ads. I'll be on YouTube. I rarely skip ads right now. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but I watch them, and I'm like, okay, what's getting me immersed? What is drawing my attention? What don't I like? When does the ad get annoying? Does it start annoying? Or am I like, what makes me watch the whole thing before I'm like, okay, I'm done with this? So I think that's definitely one of my known knowns that, like, I'm enjoying. Like, I want to be behind the scenes. I've been watching a whole bunch of, like, BTS videos, like, with productions like The Creator or Alien or The Predator, and it's like, wow. Like, genuinely wow.
Yeah, some of those films, I think about it the same way, especially with short form content, just thinking, how did this person edit this?
Exactly.
What is the purpose of this person doing within this social media style?
Like, you're seeing their timeline as the video's playing. It's like, I know.
Yep. So, we're going to take a cut. I know you mentioned you have an award-winning film.
Oh, yeah.
Called Dead Air.
Yes.
So, I want you to react to this film and obviously express however you feel about it. And we're going to see where that goes.
I'm so proud. I don't look at that and like, like, oh, we shy away, lock that thing up and never look at it again. No, like I look at it like almost, I think, like at least like once a week, just to see like what I've done. I looked at projects or short films, because it might also just remind you, or it seems like, well, it might even show you what not to do, and that's okay, right? Learning from other people's mistakes or being honest and learning from your own. There's no need to have an ego with these movies, that there's nothing wrong and everything's right and no one can judge it. No, my movie's not the best. No, I've definitely seen better, right? I go to movie theater, but I can still take an appreciation that, like, I did that. Yeah, like I wrote, I edited, I scripted, I directed, like that's cool. That's so cool.
You already dove deep into it about the author's perspective of the film and the viewer's perspective. I watched this before we started this, and the gravel things, the transition from day to night, I didn't think of that. I just thought I didn't pay attention to that. That didn't come into a conscious thoughts. I just thought that was just how it goes.
Yeah.
And I was more into trying to understand what was happening at the start while they're in the karaoke setting, the radio station setting. But yeah, it's crazy how different the author's perspective.
Oh, yeah.
And then how many people view it. So you said, you already answered one of the questions. What do you think, or what would you want the people, the viewers, to take out of the film?
I know, like, usually there's, like, some, like, profound theme, like, oh, you know, evil will or something. Yeah. For it being my first film, I know, at least with this summer program, they definitely taught on theme. They did last year, too. I just really wasn't paying attention. I was immersed in the camera work. So if there's anything to take out, just appreciation that, like, you know, Iliana did that. Like, I hope that doesn't sound narcissistic, but, like, there's really no theme. It's a real small plot, real small world. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even say, because I know, like, Francis gets, like, insulted and then he does evil. No, the thing should be control your emotions.
Right.
Because none of this would happen. Now he's, you know, a profaned serial killer, and now he got caught because he couldn't control himself in front of his co-host and killed her. So that should be control your emotions. Not don't insult people. Learn to control your emotions. But yeah, just to be, I say proud of me. I'm really talking to my parents. They are proud of me. But just to have appreciation, like dope, like Iliana did that, you know? Like she did that. That's really what to take away. To just take away that at the end with all those names on the credits to, like, you know, thank them, like, mentally. Yeah.
Was Dead Air your first film, or The Show Must Go On?
Dead Air was my first ever film.
That was the first one.
Yes. Show Must Go On. It was the 48-hour, and I think it was, I can't remember if it was after the fall program or right before. I want to say it was right before. Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And what matters is the progression. Of course, from our perspective and your perspective, it's always the progression, and I'm the same way. I wouldn't say, I'd say I look at the best and try to replicate that in some way and try to get there, but we all aim for perfection, and then obviously thinking there's no way we can get to that point of true perfection, right? So it always matters about, you have to look back at your stuff and think, how much have I progressed? Or what is my goals from now? Or highlighting the steps that you're taking up to the ladder of perfection.
Exactly.
But we never achieve that.
Steps forward is what it is at the end of the day. And, you know, you hear it from different people, but you hear it from many people. But the truth is that, like, the perfect movies are never made. They're never filmed. They're never, because you can always make something better. Like, that's just the truth. And so you got to get, I mean, look at probably movies you love. I'm sure on Rotten Tomatoes or critics, there's someone flaming them. I'm sure Aliens getting flamed, Marvel movies are getting flamed, but you love that movie. You think, you know, I'm sure Endgame has critics, but that was dope. Black Panther has critics, but it was dope. So it's like, don't ever, people's opinions matter with, like, constructive criticism, but if the sole purpose is just to tear you down, then, like, yeah, like, it sounds corny, but, like, don't listen to the haters. Like,
right, absolutely.
It gets you stuck in a place of, like a fixed mindset. You're not looking to grow. You're not watching your short films and seeing, like, okay, what could I refine? What to apply next time? That's what I wasn't telling myself. What can you apply next time? But no, you're in this fixed state of mind where, like, no matter what I make, it's gonna be bad. No matter what I post, it's gonna be trash. No, like, no. Listen, okay, you know, listen and nod. Don't be disrespectful. You know, no punches, no cuss words, no nothing. Listen and be respectful and just nod, but don't let it, like, plant in your brain. Don't take it as face value. Yeah. Yeah,
you said it. My favorite movie is the first Avengers, and obviously those. I never look at Rotten Tomatoes before I watch. I just always love the action movies. My dopamine, testosterone, seeing the Incredible Hulk and all that, even though they nerfed him, but That's all right. And obviously, publishing your stuff at that high level where so many people see that, of course there's going to be haters. And those people that don't have the mindset to critique, they just want to put it down and hate on it. They don't really understand and think they can do better, tying it back to the Dunning-Kruger effect, you know?
And that's why I tell myself, like, especially, I think also, it may sound, like, kind of contradicting, but since doing, like, my own film, I think it's just another reason of why I don't really call a film bad, is because, like, I've done it. I see the hard work that goes into it. I see how easy it is to make mistakes, to forget that, like, oh, this was supposed to happen, but now it's changed. And, yeah, it's, like not all, but I want to say more than 60% of the people who are critiquing you are genuinely hating on you. Not constructive criticism, but genuinely, like, hating on you, have never made a movie.
Facts.
So it's kind of like,
absolutely.
And I think I appreciate my parents because they put into me that mentality with wrestling, and they were telling me, like, you know, the strongest people here are on the mat, not the adults screaming to get up and take a shot and do this. You think those parents would get on the mat and win? No. So it's like don't listen. Like, that's why we respect our coaches, because either they've done it, they have a hand in it, or they've taught it so long that they really know, right? Is the known. They know it's going to help you win, right? So it's like you gotta reshape your mind and strengthen it to realize, like, again, the strongest people are those making the films, spending their time and money, knowing that this may not be received well, but they're still making it, knowing that nobody may see this, but they're still making it. Not the people telling you, don't ever do that again. It's like,
absolutely. Stay tunnel vision.
Exactly.
To your goal, because there's haters everywhere. So yeah, we're gonna dive deep into wrestling a little bit later, but you've created Dead Air, The Show Must Go On, a lot of other you've helped out with a lot of other short films here at UYCCP. You've made commercials. You've made different types of media. I got the news that you have a DBA.
Yes.
Called Medina Media.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Medina Media. And yeah, I just need you to help me visualize the making of Medina Media. And when did you first have the motive to start the DBA, and how did you come up with the name? What was the process in making it come to fruition?
So in my head, I think this date is ingrained. It was either I want to say November the 14th, because my dad had a picture of me, like, holding it and smiling. So I think that was definitely, because that was last year. So that was definitely the summer, like, right after 2024, now that I'm thinking about it. So I guess just, like, passion, and I've always been the type of person that, like, it may seem like a negative trait, but I'm real quick to, like, if someone tells me, like, hey, this will help you, or I know that I need to buy this to move to the next level, I buy it. Like, I do research, but if I'm doing research, already in my head, I know, like, I'm getting this. I just want to hear why I should get it, you know? But I'm already going to buy it, but just tell me why I should. And so I think it was, like, right after the summer, I knew that, like, no, this is it. Like, I want to get into short films. This is what I want to do. And I'm seeing, like, you know, all these, not only YouTubers, but production companies. I know Andrew has one, FWDProgress, and Dwayne. You know, I'm seeing them all on the bottom of, like, posters, and, you know, going to the movie and, like, seeing all the companies that are in this movie. And I was like, I need one. Like, I don't know if that's, like, ego, but, like, I want more than just my name on the movie. I want an icon. I want my business. Iliana did this, you know? And, the process was real simple. My dad took me, I think it was a Saturday maybe, definitely on the weekend. Took me, went to the courthouse, and, went in there, make sure it was spelled correctly. I think it was like a $22 fee. And then, I gave my ID, everything went through. The lady congratulated me, helped me out with some resources, like for new-time business owners or women in business. She circled them and said, like, hey, like, give them a call because they can give you grants to, like, push you forward. Really simple. I think it was just passion, knowing that, like, I really want to do this, and I want more than just my name on the movie. Yeah, because it sticks. It sticks.
Okay. you said you were 19 years old earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and you just turned 19 recently. So you said you did this in 2024. So if I'm doing my math correctly, you were 18 years old.
18.
And you signed the papers to have your own DBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's I mean, like, that's the minimum right there, right?
Yeah.
Once you turn 18, you can do all that. You're an adult. That is crazy to think about, because most people, they don't know what a DBA is. They don't know what those 3 letters mean. They don't know how to start an LLC. They don't know anything about that. And at 18, doing that and just having the passion, truly, that's amazing. That's crazy.
Thank you.
I wish I was like that at 18.
Hey, well, the next best time to start is now, right? That's what
Absolutely.
they say.
Yes. So that you did start young. So how did your age play a factor in this whole entire journey?
Well, if we're taking it back, right, when I talked about like imposter syndrome and the confidence, or something that EYCCP definitely helped me with, was the confidence in my skills and knowing like what I know is a known. I know how to do it. I can apply it. I can teach people it. So definitely with age, not that I met too many people, but you know, when you're having conversations with people, you can kind of tell whether they're genuinely listening to you or they're just there. And so sometimes when I'm explaining to adults, like, yeah, so this is the setup, and this was like, you can tell like whether they're like, oh, cool, like, you got this, Iliana, or if they're just like, we'll see. And so,
we'll see.
Exactly. And so sometimes I would say I'm definitely a very mentally sound person, like mentally strong, but sometimes like it chips at me, and I'm like, okay. But then sometimes pride comes up, and it's like, okay, like, I'll show you then. Like, you're right. Like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. You're right. You're so right. We're going to see. What's it called? So, yeah, age, I feel like age just applies to my confidence. And I think it affects other people, too. But my parents always raised me telling me that, like, adults aren't always right. Adults aren't always right.
Facts.
Yeah, so they rely on you. If you're unsure of what somebody is saying or what they're telling you, just because they're grown does not mean that they are then telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that carried with me and turned into, you know, adults doubting me. Then like, okay, like your doubt isn't right. Your doubt isn't placed correctly, because I know what I'm doing. I'm sound in what I'm doing, and I'm like, again, we'll see. I'm gonna show you. I am going to show you. Iliana Nichols is going to show you. Right? You want to see so bad? We'll see. You're right.
Yeah.
We will see.
I like that. And then going back to your mindset, you said you were a little bit embarrassed about showing some of your films, but then at the same time you've transitioned to the mindset where thinking, okay, this was the first film. This is absolutely progression. But going back to the different perspectives of how people see you, all of them, they seen you at that stage, all they did was compliment you.
Yeah.
And I think we're diving into the spotlight effect of how certain people have different views. You think that people are thinking these things about you. In reality, they're really just in their own world.
Exactly.
They see your film, they like it, they love it, and they're gonna praise you. So how has the spotlight effect of thinking people see different things about you and coming to the realization that that's just a certain type of physiological phenomenon that doesn't really tie into success in a certain way?
I would start with spotlight effect. I would say it affected me a little bit with starting filmmaking. To me, I always compare it to, like, you know, you really want these new shoes. Nobody got them, and you buy them, and everybody's wearing them. Everybody and their mama's wearing them. So with filmmaking, I feel like something that scares people is, like, what could be, like, a saturated market, which is sometimes it's good to look at. And it's good to be honest with yourself that, hey, this job opportunity may not be it. But when it comes to something as creative as the filmmaking or arts, I don't think there's ever such a thing as saturation in filmmaking. But the spotlight effect definitely hindered me because, you know, your social media, it's literally a reflection of you. It's literally a mirror. And as I'm getting more into filmmaking, I'm seeing it on my YouTube, I'm seeing it on my Instagram, and I almost got into the downward spiral of, like, Iliana, like, everyone's doing it. So how are you going to start? Like, how are you going to fit in this crowd? Because there's so many people. Like, is there even space for you? I think that's what I kept telling myself. Like, is there even room for you to join? But that's the spotlight effect. You think, it was isolated, it was a dream, and you start, and, the algorithm is going to show you what you want. You like films, it's going to show you filmmakers, but then it can be counterintuitive. And then you're going to start thinking, like, I can't do this. Too many people are doing this, which is never the case. But too many people are doing this. And so I think the spotlight affected me like that. Like, I felt like no way. Like, I'm singled out. Like, I can't do this anymore. Or when it comes to even being in the audience with people viewing my film, like everybody has Iliana's mentality, which was judgment, embarrassment, shame, But again, you've already discussed watching my film. Nobody is thinking like that. Nobody's thinking like that. Or people who are genuinely there for you or to appreciate the group, to appreciate the program, and to watch your films, no one is thinking like that. Nobody's thinking like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe at home on social media, they're behind their screen, but nobody's thinking like that. Because these people are going to come to your face and say stuff like that. They're not. They're not. Yeah. So yeah, it is a strange phenomenon, but I think it stops a lot of people. Even when it comes to like social media content creation, like you think well, every time you scroll, someone's making it. There's a profile, so there's millions of people, and so you get stuck into thinking that you can't start. But I think social media content creation is super good, fast for anybody. Whether you already have a job and it's simply just filming what you do. There's like mechanics. They just film themselves doing things. Mm-hmm. I always kind of tell myself is like, you're already doing it, so why not make money off of it? Like Twitch streaming. You're already playing games every day, so why not just put a camera in front of your face and do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like just taking advantage of, the opportunity you have and to ignore the spotlight. Because what you don't realize is, there's a spotlight on you and everybody else. Mm-hmm. There's quadrillions, trillion spotlights on every single person on the planet. And you're right, we're all in our own world. We are all in our own world. It's like tripping at the mall and thinking everybody and their mama saw. No, nobody. They looked at you, giggled, and they're going to forget you in the next millisecond.
Absolutely.
They're not going to remember your face. They're not going to go, oh, look, Iliana tripped. Oh, do you remember on the 14th of 2024, Iliana? No, nobody's going to remember that. So it makes it for me, it's very funny the more you become aware, because then certain issues or certain problems with the self or ego seems so minuscule, pebble sized. Mm-hmm. It's you're okay, this embarrassment and anger is stemming from what? Thinking that people are gonna remember this event? They're not. They're not. They are not. You'll remember what happened, but you're not going to go, who did it, what color shirt were they wearing, what was their name. The spotlight effect, there's a spotlight on everybody else. Literally. Mm-hmm. Everyone has a spotlight.
Everybody. You?
Yeah.
No, everybody needs to, everybody has a spotlight on each person. And everybody needs to acknowledge that. Because diving into different things that you actually want to discover and get it into, the hardest thing to do is start. Mm-hmm. And there are so many different aspects that are coming into your brain and so many different things. Do I have this right equipment? Do I have this right mindset? Just to start. And that is the hardest thing. Yeah. Not even to finish, start.
To start.
When you're going, you have the consistent flow to keep going. And then the thing I teach, or the thing I say is, the best teacher is experience.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So once you start the first 25%, you're going to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm learning from my mistakes right now. Especially with this podcast, yes. But yes, you have Morena Media. You create content for different clients, different businesses. What type of content or products do you make?
When I first got into it, I remember, I think it was the fall, where we learned, they had a little class about when it comes to DBAs and business making. So I went in there with already one, and I was able to kind of talk to the teacher one-on-one. And she kind of taught us about how making your business name vague, which might sound like, oh no, you want to be specific. Yeah, specific in your wants. But to the people you're trying to gather, trying to, sell to, make it vague. So I didn't want to do Morena Film That's very specific. So media. So I started with definitely commercials or even like social media content packages. But now I'm slowly leaning to more helping like with short films, being involved into them, using my equipment to even like, hey, you're not getting paid. There's other forms of payment. And even if it's exposure or experience of being on these sets, what's it called? So yeah, I would say anything. I would say commercials, anything that needs a camera to be used, but I'm getting more honed in on films. That's what I like. That's truly what I like. I've done like recap events for debutante stuff or HBCU things. Filming those events, taking it home, editing, making little content stuff, or reels. I was pretty good at that. I liked it a lot. But I know that my passion and where I want to place that flame is when it comes to movies. So I'm still taking on those jobs, of course, to get ahead, to buy more equipment. But I enjoy and I'm more excited about short film stuff or movies or full-on productions. Like I just know short films is where I'm at, but no, then I want to go to feature. Then I want to go to full-on productions. I want to go to theaters. Netflix stuff. There's so many like opportunities. Yeah.
So out of all the clients that work with Medina Media, what's your favorite, well, not favorite client, what's the favorite work that you've done so far?
Definitely films, movies. Yeah. I'll touch my fingers in every soup, commercials, recap, highlights, sports I've done a couple of times, 7-on-7 teams, wrestling. But my favorite, I'll go out of my way to find you type stuff is movies. Yeah, I'll anything I see, whether it's ads or posts talking about like, hey, we'll need some PAs or gaffers or grips or like new production starting, I'll follow them or I'll save the post and like keep track with it because I genuinely like films is what I like. Because I just like, I'm watching movies in the theaters, imagining the behind the scenes because I want to be there. I want to be on Alien. I want to be on Predator. I want to be on this Netflix show, So I want to be there, so I'm going to seek it out, Yeah.
Films is what you like. Are you creating any films right now?
Yes, I am. Oh, now we're going to have to speed ramp it because now it's been said, right? So my brother and sister, we're making a anthology sort of film. So it's going to be probably about 4 films all in the same world. And it's going to be a horror short. I feel like that's a great starter. I think horror and romance are the best for like a first-time filmmaker to make. Because it's something like it is a universal experience. Or coming to age stuff. Everyone's grown up. Everyone's felt fear and everyone has liked somebody or loved something. So I think it's like the best to start with. But it's going to be an anthology, horror shorts, based on children's games. And the way we set it up is because we think it's I am doing it for myself as much as I'm doing it for just the experience of like family bonding, because it's dope to incorporate my family. But the first film, Tati, my younger sister, 11, is going to be our monster. And then after that, I think it's going to be my dad, and then Diamond, and then me. Our first game, we're starting off with Tag, and then Marco Polo, Hide and Seek, and then we're still in the works of trying to figure out like what that game is going to be. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm definitely going to post some like teasers. I'm working on posters and graphics right now. But yeah, I'm currently we've gone to the park, talked about like the lighting and sound and setup. And because it's a horror and we are in a public space, we joke about like, we can't go out there and record a scream and then run back inside. We have to do it somewhere else during the day probably. But yeah, that is like actively happening and I'm excited. Definitely, if I had to put a date on it, I say just because Halloween and me genuinely, I wanted to like genuinely take my time with this, like work on the editing. If we, my dad's even said like, hey, we like something, but we don't really like this part. Let's go out and reshoot it. I want to say like definitely October. I'll publish the first one, and then after that, the next is in the works. Yes, October. See, now I got to do it. Now I have to do it. It's like
what
you said
October?
Yes, October.
What day October?
31st. I know, right? Right on Halloween? Probably. Hey, that would give me the most time. So, yeah, I'll say Halloween.
31st.
Yeah.
I like that.
Totally.
And you said your dad helps you along with your family. Is your whole family filmmakers?
No, what's it called? My mom is a teacher. She teaches a dental practicum that, like, hey, you want to be a dentist, orthodontist, you do this program, and right out of high school, you can start working in a clinic, in an office. My dad is doing security right now, bodyguard stuff for top clients. And my dad, I appreciate both my parents, definitely. But my dad has been one who has, like, switched careers the most. Like so many times. Like, that man, if something's not working out, he'll get up and do the next thing. Like, and that's something that I've definitely learned. Like, if it's not working, change. Mm-hmm. Like, why are we continuing to think that, like, this is going to work, It's already been shown that it's not. So let's adapt. Let's change. What's it called? Diamond, football player. And Tati, she's young. She's finding her craft. She's really into the arts, painting and drawing and stuff. But as a family, we've all been pretty creative. Yeah, pretty creative. My dad, he used to do, like, LED light fixtures. We have a game room. He made one for us. It's so cool. I'll probably send some videos so they actually know what I'm talking about. What's it called? But yeah, so no, this is actually the first time in the family that a filmmaker has been one. A filmmaker has been a career. I'm the first. And first in my immediate family, and dare I say first in my, like, generation of family. Yeah, I don't think anyone else has done filmmaking, so really when I go to, like, dinners or family events, it's like talking like, so how does this, or okay, so I saw this movie, I'm explaining the whole, like, yeah, so they probably did this, and this happened, and they're like, okay, so how did it's like, god damn, boy, like, I'm explaining, like, dang near the whole movie. What's it called? So yeah, I'm the first. Number one. Number one.
So you're the oldest child?
Yeah, I am the oldest.
Nice. That's cool.
Thank you.
So, going back to, so you love film.
Mm-hmm.
You love film.
I do.
Is that your number one passion?
Yeah, it didn't start off like that. Again, when I was younger, I think the first ever thing I was interested in was, I forgot, they're like these little robot bugs. I was interested in robotics. I think that. So my dad got me this entire robot kit. The thing with my dad, man, I always joke with my siblings, do not tell that man you like something. Do not tell him you like something, because he will go overboard, bro. My sister, with her painting, she has so many canvases, so many paint markers, she has everything. So robotics, I did that. Then I think I said space. My dad got me a freaking telescope kit. After that, I think video game design. Yeah, I think because that was like middle school, early high school. Yeah, he got me all the programs, all the apps. We went to conventions with video game designers. I was on a team. And then I always been an athlete. I did Taekwondo when I was younger. I got my black belt. And then I went into swimming. Swimming was freshman to sophomore year. And then wrestling was junior to senior year. I wish I started sooner. Oh my God, I love wrestling. But yeah, then I think wrestling was my full-time passion. He got me, everything. Really nice shoes. I love those shoes. And then yeah, now it's filmmaking. So it hasn't always been like that, but I would say always as of now, because who knows if I change, but I really hands on the table, I really think this is where I want, this is what I want my life to be, film. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really do like this.
I like that. Shout out Mr. Nichols.
Yeah, literally.
Mr. Nichols, he did his thing. Yeah, you're a great transitioner. You talked a little bit about your second passion. I think that's what it is. Is the martial arts? Is that your second passion?
I would say, yeah, I would say the combat sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I include wrestling, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, Taekwondo too. I wouldn't consider it something that is very combative, but it's still martial art. Yeah. So my thing, the big umbrella is sports. I really do like sports. I like being athletic. What's it called? Yeah, I like being active. Athletic wouldn't be the word. I don't think I'm an athlete, but I like being active. Yeah.
You don't think you're an athlete?
No, so this is a great. My dad, right? Pretty recently, he's always told me, and he always asks me, I hope you don't take it like a negative compliment. An insult. There you go. A negative compliment. But he always says, like, you're not an athlete, right? You're not athletic, right? Diamond's athletic. Diamond's athletic. He just says that I am so mentally sound and I'm a fighter. Yeah, that's how my dad described me. I wish he was here so he could say it. And the thing is, oh my God, whenever time my dad says something or says a story, he says it so like profound and stuff. And then I regurgitate it. It's like, it's like, dang it, boy. Like I might call him and ask him to. But yeah, he always says like, you're not an athlete, but you are a fighter. Like you will fight and you will endure the struggle, the pain, whatever you have to do, resilience. He says I'm very resilient. So I think I've just applied that. Like when people ask like, no, I'm not an athlete. I'm a fighter. Like whatever sport, whatever thing, okay, we're gonna do it. And I say combat sports just because like I think I enjoy like I don't like to fight. That's always the thing, like, oh, you must like to hurt people. No, I don't like to hurt people, right? And it's just like what you talked about with like how people who don't know nothing think they know everything. People don't know how to fight. Oh, they love fighting. And people who know how to fight, they don't want to fight, right? So it's the same thing. I have a love for the sports and wrestling, and I just like the grit. And I like I've always respected my opponents. I've never, like, in the moment, of course, to get myself hyped up, I have to, like, know that, like, this person is not my friend. They also want to win. But no, after, it's always respect. Like me and you, like, fought, dude. Like, literally fighting without throwing punches. That's what wrestling is. Like, you are fighting someone without throwing punches. But yeah, it's always respect. Even, like, when it comes to big stuff like UFC or I really do like Ohana Academy. They're really good. They're all around the city. But yeah, they're like their programs and their sports. Like even the loser, I respect you because you got in that ring and fought in front of millions of people, broadcasted on TV. You have everything to lose, and you still went up there and fought. And I think I really do love sports, but especially combat sports. Like it's like dang, like I just like human achievement. At the end of the day, like I'm a pro, like humanitarian, whatever you want to call it. Like I love human achievements. I love seeing like how much we could lift, how fast we could run, how much it's dope. Like we are really cool, like
breaking barriers.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that. I love seeing world records being broken. It's like dang, like we were just getting better and better. Yeah. It's positive. I try to be optimistic, definitely.
And I think you said, Mr. Nichols said you're resilient. And one thing I was thinking, your brother, he's an athlete, but you don't call yourself an athlete. But I think why you're so successful, I assume, is because hard work beats talent.
Oh,
Everybody knows that.
No, I think 100%. The only thing I know, my dad, he used to be very, like, hard work. Hard work does beat talent. I'm never going to disagree with you. But also, I think, like, also being smart, Like, hard work will get you to a certain place, but after that, you have to, like, adapt. Like, what's the saying? If hard work, there's something like, oh, dang, I forgot. If hard work got you rich, the donkey would own the farm. Basically saying, like, after a certain point, like, hard work's going to get you somewhere. It is. But you need to learn. You need to learn at what positions to put yourself, who you need to talk to, how to leverage relationships. Yeah. But no, hard work always beats talent. But after a certain point, smarts will beat hard work. Like, that's the truth. Like, yeah. After a certain point, yeah, you got to be smarter. The brawn isn't everything.
I was thinking of the term, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Is it true?
Do both.
Work
hard and try to get out there and achieve and really know the knowledge of a certain thing.
And I feel like I definitely applied that to wrestling. Like some of my opponents, I could outmuscle them. I was a very big 100-pounder when I lost that weight. I could outmuscle my opponent. So use your strength. You ain't gotta really think if you can manhandle someone. But when I met people that were my matches, or they were strong as well, then it's time to think. It's time to take advantage of mistakes. It's time to see, okay, are you top heavy or bottom heavy? That's when. So 100% do both and play those cards correctly. Whether it's time to be tough or it's time to think right. Yeah.
I wish we could dive more deep into
I know.
that quotient. into like quotient and IQ and just different type of lenses
Mm.
of how people see different things. And like you said, top heavy, bottom heavy.
Yeah.
That's something that most people don't really think. Just thinking intricately about
It matters
something.
though. You be surprised it matters.
Yes. And there's a reason why there's geniuses in this world, and there's certain people that are average. I don't want to say that on here, but average, and then there's those people that don't really aren't blessed with a certain IQ to view things differently. It dives deep into it. And I always think about that.
This could be definitely a rabbit hole. We can get lost in Wonderland if we keep
Yeah.
talking. Gotta stay on track though. Oh.
Yeah. So you love film. You have Medina Media. You love being an athlete. You love wrestling, everything.
Mm.
So within all the hobbies, all the experiences, businesses, all the projects you got going on, how do you stay motivated and continue to, most importantly, be organized?
I would say I'm a really easily motivated person. I see a reel on Instagram talking about get up, I'm up, right? My issue though, and I think it's a lot of people's issue, is determination, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even when you don't want to doing it, that's one of my gripes. Gripes, right? That's one of my issues. Is like I'm learning being determined. Oh, I'm so motivated. I get hyped up. You got me for 3 days. After that third day, I don't know if I was waking up at 4 a.m. You know. So something that keeps me motivated at least is just wanting better for myself, but also others. Like, I do want to get to a certain point where I can take care of my parents. Not because they can't take care of themselves, but because like I'm blessed that my parents have never holding a number over me. They never told me, you know, Iliana, you know, we've already spent $100,000 on you. Or, no, it's always been, what do you need? What can I get for y'all? I even told them, like, you know, hey, I would like to take care of y'all. My mom's even said, like, no, like, don't worry about that, Iliana. So I want to show how much, like, I appreciate, not only I love my parents, but how much, like, I appreciated them. And, like, I truly see, like, what they do. Like, because it's not really a con. I feel like it's very neutral, right? I'm not telling children and kids to be very aware and shape your whole life around repaying your parents. But it's just a pro. It's like to be very thoughtful because then it applies to other people. You see what everyone does for you. For example, this program. I'm very appreciative of Miss Deanna Brown because I see what she's done for me and only other kids. So yeah, motivation I would say is definitely my parents. Yeah, like I know I would still be great, and I pray that nothing happens to them. But I know like it would hurt because of how much they've done for me. You know, some people, they could say, like, you know, I don't care about my parents because they've abused or hurt them or, you know, not respected that boundary. But no, my parents, like, it's truly only great things. And I think because it's only great things, that's where my motivation stems from. Because it's a constant source. Like, my parents tell me they love me all the time. They hug me all the time. They tell me they're proud of me all the time. And it helps me out in public when it comes to people either doubting me or insulting me or not believing me, because it's like, okay, cool. I got people that literally believe in me 24/7. Even in times where maybe I shouldn't be believed in, they don't doubt me. They say, okay, you know, let's figure it out. Let's see how to do it. Yeah, so I know I keep going in circles, but I just love my parents. Like, they're my true motivation, like my source.
I like that.
Keeping organized. I got a room to clean at home, but keeping organized, I definitely utilize apps. I really like Milanote when it comes to, like, creative stuff. I love their storyboard features. Because, like, sometimes, like, you'll be having conversations with people and you'll talk and you'll have some banger of an ideas, but then tomorrow when you wake up, you're not going to remember it.
Gotta write it down.
Yeah, like, I use voice memos. You should see my voice app. Oh my god, that thing is filled to oblivion, bro. I need to start naming stuff because I'm getting lost. But yeah, we'll be having conversations, like with my dad or my siblings about like, hey, movie ideas and stuff, or how are we going to incorporate this into our anthology, and I'll voice memo it. And then I'll transcript it, or I'll make bullet points of what was said. So yeah, definitely Milanote, voice memo apps, and I say journaling. And not so much like physical organization, but like organizing of the mind, like mental, like making sure your mental space is organized. Because people like, I know, you hear like mental health matters, and it does, but I don't think like many people apply it as much as it's said, right? And yeah, like just keeping track of your thoughts, keeping track of lows and highs. It may seem like, well, no, you don't want to revisit that. No, sometimes you need to, or you need to realize what are your triggers. I remember when I was younger, I thought like trigger, you can get triggered from a word or something. I thought that was so stupid. Boy, I'm like, oh, that's why I feel this way, because I was shown that, or someone said that, and it reminded me of this, or I felt like this. So it's good to write down like what affects you, what makes you super excited, what makes you uncomfortable, what makes you like. It seems very childlike and like elementary level stuff, but it's just because it's that important, like to organize the mind, because whatever is happening up here, it's gonna show all over here. It's the truth.
That's the truth. Organizing the mind.
Organize
if you
the
don't
mind.
Organize the mind, then nothing else is gonna be organized.
You literally can't. It seems like it literally has to be the first step, and you could try, right? It's like, what's the saying? You gotta learn how to love yourself before you love others. It's the truth, because then you don't know what you're doing. You have some figurative or fictional idea of, okay, this is what I think love is. But no, when you truly like, okay, I appreciate myself, or this is how I show love to myself, then it could be, oh, so I can apply it to someone else. So if you're mentally organized, then you could help other people, or you can get other people to a point of success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's the truth. Like, if this is not together, nothing else will be. You might have some stuff, but not your entire life.
Mm-hmm. Mental health matters, people.
It does.
Mental health matters.
It's underestimated.
One bad thing that I do that I perceive as bad is when I'm talking to certain people and they say something dumb, I don't look at them. I try to X-ray vision look at their brain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at somebody's environment that they've created, I try to look at them and look at their brain. I'm like, what's going on, brother?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong?
Exactly. Like there's never an excuse for people's behaviors, but there's always a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some people are afraid to reason things because it seems like you're defending things. No, there's a reason. There is a reason for why that person did something. Not that it's right, but it can give you an insight on, okay, what happened or what caused that. And it's the same thing. That's why when, like, again, X-raying people's brain when they say dumb stuff, it's like I always tell them, like, okay, they may not be as informed. And not to say I'm any better. When they may not be informed on this topic, but I'm sure they can teach me something. Like there's always holes in our mental map of like, what could I learn? What could I find out? Yeah. So anytime I try not to be very judgmental, because I try to think like I don't know what's going on. And also I think that also protects me of like trying not to be just outwardly rude for no reason, because like a 30-second interaction could be the difference between someone continuing to live or not. Like it's underestimated, and I tell myself like I don't know what's happening at this person's home. Yeah, they may be mean to me, but when they go home they may be getting abused, and I don't know that, and I won't find out unless they tell me. So Iliana, either you need to be nice or you need to ask, right? And so I try to be very like just polite and giving the benefit of the doubt, being aware and noting it that, hey, this person, yada yada, but giving the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know what's going on at home. I don't know you. I don't know how you grew up. I don't know what you're struggling with right now, and I may cause something that I don't know, because they're not coming here anymore. Well, you don't know what happened. So I always try to be appreciative and like respectful, because it's because
there's a lot of things that we don't know, and what people need to realize, knowledge and being aware and trying to push the limit, push the box of your brain, and try to be fully aware of your physical, somebody else's physical, social cues, social knowledge. That is big, and I don't think anybody in this world have reached the true limit of a full understanding, full awareness of everything. And that's one topic that I wish that the school system, everybody just needs to continuously dive deep into. Full awareness.
Yeah. and
How
not
big
so
on that?
much like, yeah, because some people they may not be tunnel vision, but they're like dog coned, and or they're in this side of the fence, and we're barking through the fences, arguing each other, not realizing we're not looking into the other's. Oh, that's why you're barking, or all this arguing, and we don't know there's a bear in the woods. Like sometimes we need to like dive in, and that's why I say like I make a decision, but I always start on the fence. I never start on the ground. I always start on the fence, and I like to view like, okay, like this is this side, this is that opinion, this is where these people are coming from. Even if because there's a lot to someone's identity, whether it's politics, religion, gender, race. Everyone has multiple things to their identity. One of my things would be I'm a wrestler. I'm a sports enthusiast. So it's just understanding, even if we may not necessarily have conflict, but just have two different points of view, understanding where that person is coming from. Because it's not for no reason. They're not saying that just to be mean to me, just to disagree with me. No, they either believe these certain things or they think these certain things, and there's no point of me getting argumentative and starting the argument or starting the conversation thinking I know everything, and then so after this conversation is done, I take away nothing and the world keeps on spinning? Like, no, sometimes it's good, like, it's okay to agree on some things. It's okay to disagree on something. I feel like people think like, oh, if I agree with that person, then everything, all of my beliefs, everything is then just immediately decimated. No, I agree with some people on certain things. I disagree with others on certain things. Like, it's okay to understand just like how similar we are. Like, people agree on a lot of the same things, but I don't know, for some reason, man, the human race just needs something to argue about. Just needs. Like, we are definitely conflict-centered creatures. CCC, conflict-centered creatures. Because it just like, dang, like sometimes, we can't live in peace. We can find something to argue about if the world was a utopia. I bet. Maybe you wearing a blue shirt and I don't like blue. It's like, come on, bro. Like.
And one thing you mentioned a lot was pride. The pride with all of us, the human beings. We need to be aware of our pride, our ego, and realize we're all similar, but we're all people. We're all different lives, different beliefs, different environments.
Oh, yeah.
And understanding the pride, just being fully aware of that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we all have the same goal, and it's surviving. All to see tomorrow. All to see the next sunrise. Like, that is something that, as a human race, we are all interconnected in that we are literally just trying to survive. Literally. We just want to see tomorrow.
We want to see tomorrow.
We want to see tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Same. So, what's one thing most people don't know about you?
Well, now everybody knows everything.
I don't know about you.
I would say something, things that people may not know about me is that I'm always looking for, like, a connection. Whether that's a conversation or how these two topics connect. Like, more often than not, you gotta kill your pride. More often than not, I'm looking for... I think I'm always looking for a relationship. Iliana is very sentimental with people, not things. I will throw away my whole room in a second. I be cleaning it sometimes, wishing I could just get a dumpster and throw everything away and start over. But when it comes to people, I am so sentimental. Like, that is my pride. Yeah, whether it's romantic, mentor-like, simple, even acquaintances. I'm very appreciative of everything that I've gained from them, and I'll remember your name. If there's anybody that's gonna remember your name, it's gonna be me. I'll put you to, like, oh yeah, Garland said that. Oh yeah, my dad said that. My mom, my brother told me this. It's always like, dare I say, too sentimental of people, where even if they're not helping me or putting me in the right direction, I still feel like I need to keep that relationship with them. Even when I've outgrown people, which is something that I'm working on, is like, I felt like I couldn't keep yeah, like the same gender friends, like female friends, you know, genuine connection. I was about to make a joke. What's it called? Yeah, I couldn't keep, yeah, like female friends. And I've always had an issue. I felt so like hurt. Like, dang, like what's wrong? It's not everybody. Sometimes it's just different life paths and y'all just don't talk anymore. But I think for a certain group, it's just I've outgrown them. Mm-hmm. Then in the moment, yeah, you helped me. I appreciate you. And I remember your name. You're applied to certain lessons. But it gets to a point where, like, yeah, like I'm having to, we were in this moment or this period of, like, constant growth, getting better, iron sharpening iron. But then it gets to a certain point where, like, you're weighing me down. Like, you don't want to move forward anymore, and I'm trying to move. And if I continue to stay with you in this position, I'm going to be 6-7 years behind when we could have been constantly moving. And it hurts. It hurts. You know, I pray for those people at the end of the day. But it's like, no, like I really love ambition. Like that to me is like the most dopest or attractive trait on a person to me is ambition. Like wanting more or constantly trying. I really like ambition. And I think that's what most of my friendships are based on is me seeing like, oh, you don't like where you're at. Me neither. Mm-hmm. Cool. Let's continue. I don't know if it's a phobia, but complacency, I got complacenphobia. Like same. I hate if something is not working out or I notice, Iliana, like you are sitting in this place for too long, you need to get up. I always imagine it like a wildfire. Like, you know, you can constantly keep moving through the forest, and eventually you might find an out, but you're going to be in the forest for the most part, constantly, and there's a wildfire. And it's slow, but if you keep sitting where you're at, you're going to feel the heat on your back. And if you don't move from then on, then you're going to burn.
My biggest fear is prison.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to stay in one spot and never progress.
Literally.
Wow.
You're right. Prison, jail, any type of, I'm legally have to be here. Yeah, because it's just like certain things like 5, 7, 20 years. 20 years of my life on pause. Literally. Like, I don't think I'll be able to mentally recover.
Nope.
No, we definitely need prison reform on that note. But like, even 2 years of me just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate complacency. I love ambition. And so it's like, yeah, it's like my yin and yang. Like that is the basis of literally like all my relationships. Mentor, romantic, friendship. It's like, do you want more? Do you want to be more than yourself? Like, it's always something that people may not notice, but like I secretly pry. Like I'll ask specific questions or I'll ask about themselves, but it's saying like, okay, when you were here, what did you do? Because there's nothing wrong with being in the moment and feeling what you feel, whether that's sadness or anger, but you cannot then turn it into self-pity, hatred, self-loathing. It's like at a certain point, you got to get up. And you can cry while walking, but you have to move forward. You have to move. Like that, at the end of the day, you have to move. Never backwards, but I don't care if it's right, left, forward, you have to move. Like, you need to get up. You need to get up. So, to circle it in and answer the question, something that people may not know about me is, yeah, like I love ambition. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to get close to Iliana and trying to get a relationship or, I don't know, trying to manipulate me for something, ambition, dude. Not like, oh my God, you want more? Like, yeah, ambition. Ambition is my thing. That is my, like, literally at the top of character traits. I appreciate, I look for, I love is ambition. Like, and I think that it came from growing up with my parents. Is they were constantly doing more, constantly wanting more. There was no ever a period of like, okay, this is it, guys, we made it to the finish line. It was, okay, cool, where's the next one? Where's the next flag to grab? Where's the next? It was always moving forward. Even with us, they always told us, okay, like, hey, great job. They were proud of us in the moment. But it was, okay, so what's next? Immediately after, what's next? Or what did you learn from this? Every wrestling match, whether I won or lost, it was, what did you learn? I could win and done everything right. What did you learn? Yeah.
Facts. Shout out the Nichols family, because
I know.
They definitely did their thing. And most importantly, you did your thing with you at the age of 19 progressing in life, being open to certain things, always trying to learn and being aware, having the passion and ambition and drive to do Medina Media, short films, the mini commercials, helping out with other short films, connecting with people. That's unique and that is great. And me personally, I want to say, I've said this to you before, your ambition, your drive, where I see your mindset is right now, there's only a handful of women. And it doesn't even max up to 5. There's only a handful of women I see with a certain ambition and drive and discipline that you have.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you.
And it's crazy because I think, of course, you're young. You're 19, but everybody within this industry, within this building, our space, our environment, you at 19, of course you're young, but if you were to be the same age as these other people, you're skyrocketing past them.
It's like exponential. And I think that's why I appreciate ambition so much, is like 19-year-old ambition, 19-year-old just living life, like it's so exponential. At the point we hit the same age, I'm gonna be years ahead of you. And I think that's why, like, ambition has never hurt someone. It has never hurt to be ambitious. It has never hurt to want more. It's risk-taking because it may not work out, but then you know what not to do. It's literally never been a con, never been an insult to be ambitious.
Never will.
No, yeah, literally never will. I can't imagine how it would be.
I thought of a couple of days ago the addiction workaholic. They say that's an addiction that can be harmful to people, but
like when you really look at it, the pros outweigh the cons. Like sometimes it's about sacrifice. Like you're going to have to sacrifice certain relationships to get ahead. And I think that's why when it comes to whether or not I like someone or have a crush on someone romantically, ambition, because then we're on the same mindset, knowing that, hey, we might have to sacrifice some things to get ahead. We're going to have to build our life together before combining it. I always view it like 2 towers, and then y'all can combine and make a castle. But if you're relying on just your boyfriend's or your girlfriend's tower, then when they leave, what do you have? Nothing. So no, build your life up, and it'll intertwine. It's going to cross and cross and cross, and then it's right back on y'all's path. Cross and cross, cross, and right back on your paths. So I think that's why it's a trait I look out for, because then if I do, not talk to you for maybe a couple days, or I have to really focus on something, us being like-minded, you're not going to go, oh, Iliana doesn't like me, or Iliana doesn't want to be friends with me no more. No, I'm at a film festival. I got a 48 hour to film. It's not time for me to be on my phone. It's not time for me to indulge in certain things. So yeah, it's just being like-minded, like surrounding yourself with people like you. And that can be a pro and a con if you're not aware of it. And again, it's awareness. You won't be, you're going to be so lost. You surrounded yourself by people who are jealous of you or envious, and you think it's adoration. No, not all the time it isn't. But that just comes with being aware. Knowing, like, true intentions. Or my dad always says that people always have an agenda, whether it's good or bad. Usually you think like, oh, like they no, good or bad. Someone's agenda for you can be to get you ahead, to give you an opportunity, to set you up for greatness. Others, it might be, like energy vampires, to steal from you, to set you up for failure. So it's like every time, someone always has an agenda, always. It may be huge, it may be nothing. It may just be friends with you. It may just be talk to you for 30 seconds. But someone always has an agenda, always.
Right. We relate in so many ways, and it's crazy. Obviously, we understand the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
But really, one thing I think is the top one that I battle. Obviously, I'm always winning the battle, but it's pride.
Yeah.
It's pride, and seeing how much I've accomplished. Obviously, I think my confidence is already at the max, and anything above that is pride. So I have to control that. But even if my pride battles this thought, without a doubt, I'm 24. You at 24 would be in a better place than I am right now. And I'm very, very confident in myself in everything I've done. Some things I've done I can't even really have the right space and environment to conversate those things, because I feel like I'm bragging
Yeah.
or I'm prideful. But you in this position, you at 24, you at 25, early 20s, mid 20s. That's a 1 out of 100 type of person. So
Thank you.
I applaud you for that. But wow, this has been the first podcast.
Yeah.
And I think it's always going to be an amazing podcast. But yeah, we have Ms. Iliana Nichols here, and I thought about the intro, but I don't know about the outro.
Hey, we could just fade to black and put some music.
Nah, I'm just kidding. So yeah, we had the Forward Progress podcast, similar to the Forward Progress show, but I forgot to say this in the beginning. Everything other than the questions wasn't scripted, and I want this podcast, the next episodes after this, to be an authentic place where she can sit, any guest can sit, where I can sit, any other host can sit and just be themselves and talk about stuff that we normally don't talk about or you see on a normal Forward Progress show or the Forward Progress page. So I love this place. I'm glad to see where we bring this into and the many guests that we bring on. But
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is the end of the Forward Progress podcast.
Oh, so cool.
I hope you have a blessed day. And I want to say Mrs. Deanna's quotes. But stay aware, stay blessed, and have a great day.